I'm Brett.
Today we are going to be talking about the economical ramifications of the coronavirus on small hobby shops and card shops.
So hobby shops, card shops, comic shops, whatever. Basically, where nerds like me congregate, very near and dear to my heart. And so a bunch of these businesses, because of this virus, are either getting really hurt financially or are closing down altogether. And it's definitely not just a local thing, it's all over the place. Two local shops, to us, Raven's Nest and Gigabytes Cafe, have actually came really close to shutting down permanently.
Yeah, I know Raven's Nest had to shut down temporarily and switch to online orders only and curbside, and they wouldn't allow anybody actually in the store. But I think that has been changed since.
Yeah, I heard that they were back now. I'm not sure, exactly how many people they're letting in or anything like that. I know with Gigabytes Cafe, they tried to do online only for a little bit, and then just as kind of like a last ditch, last gas effort to remain open, they put the vast majority of their inventory on sale for like a sidewalk sale. And, they, according to their Facebook page and a couple of their managers that I talked to that are buddies of mine, that was the only way that they could save their business.
Wow. Yeah, I know. I know another place. They didn't close temporarily at all. They only allowed people in to make purchases, though, which it may seem like it's all right, but it's still kind of hurting their profits because a lot of their profits come from, people staying and spending money, people staying and congregating, like you were saying, with their friends. This is like some people, not to stereotype, but they're the kind of people that just kind of stay home on their computer. They don't get out much. But, they do go out, and they go out with their friends and hang out at these card shops. And that's where, they hang out. They get a drink, they get a soda, they get some new cards. And, the money just circulates through the economy and helps the area. And now that we have these guidelines, they're not allowed to let people stay and, have these congregations and events and stuff. So even though there's progress, it's still, kind of hindered.
That's definitely been interesting between that, and I always find it funny. I know we were talking earlier that all these big corporations and stuff like that, they get, it's not really a bailout, but like the forgivable business loans, and they were meant for small business, but instead of really going towards small business, they went towards like these big corporations and hotel chains and, basically businesses that should have had a war chest in case something came along like this.
Yeah, instead we had, I have here $1 billion that was meant for small businesses was received by publicly traded companies. Yeah, I agree with you there. If you're a publicly traded company, you should have the money to, ride out a pandemic if we're all expected to do the same, being paycheck to paycheck kind of people.
It's what I was taught. I'm sure you were, Nate, and a whole bunch of other people listening from the time that, I was old enough to get an allowance or whatever. It was always, hey, don't spend it all. Hey, hang on to it, if you want something big coming up. And then when I got older, it was, hey, hang on to it because you don't know if your car is going to break down. And with these big businesses, it's kind of, hey, we did $50 million in profit, but we're not going to hang on to any of it, and now we need money.
Right.
And it's insane to me.
It is. Well, all we can really do right now is either hope for some kind of better financial solution or for an end to this whole pandemic so we can return to our idea of normal. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the podcast. I've been Nate.
I'm Brett.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night.